All right, first thing we're going to do is go in and add a sheet in order to get your title block in here. So I'm going to right click down in Sheets. Make sure that you have your properties and your project browser set up. If you don't, you go up to View, User Interface, and make sure your properties and your system browser are all set. So project browser and your properties. With that being said, I'm going to right click on Sheets, New Sheet. If you don't have it listed already, we're going to custom load your sheet that you downloaded, which is going to be the RCS title block. That should be in your downloads for you guys. If not, if you saved to your desktop, you just have to go there instead. So in order to go find your downloads, go to My Computer, find your downloads, and then open it there. Hit OK. You're going to get your title block. At this point, we can do a couple different things. We can go in and name it right off the bat, which probably wouldn't be a bad thing. For example, you can go call it Revit House Number 1. Enter. The date should automatically enter in. And then we're going to put your drawn by. So maybe it is drawn by Maverick. Enter. If you double click on this, it will take you in to actually edit how this was made, which you guys don't want to do. In that case, you will see the new tab open up with nothing on it. And it just simply says RCS title block sheet if you hover over top of it. If that happens, just hit close and say, no, I don't want to save any of the changes. But when you are in A1, which we can expand your sheet, see this is the currently one that we're dealing with. We are set. Now we're going to drag in your actual floor plan. So I'm going to take floor plan over my project browser, drag it slowly over, just let go, click where you want it to be. With that being said, it is coming in too big. So with your floor view selected, you're going to come over into your scale. You're going to make it small enough and hit apply so it looks good. So I'm going to move this up, see if it fits in there. It does. So that will work. Click off. And then I'm going to come down. And I'm going to add my 3D view. So I'm going to double click on my 3D view, see what it looks like. It looks decent. You guys can do it with or without your roof. I would probably say with your roof. So at this point, I'm going to switch back over to my sheet. So I can either do it up top or I can go down to the sheet, click on it so that it's open. Now I'm going to take my 3D view just like your floor view, slowly drag it over, place it where you think you want it to be, click. We can see that that is too big, so I'm going to click on the house itself, zoom out a little bit. I'm going to go to view scale, make it smaller. I don't know how small until I click on things and try them. So I still have to go smaller yet. Going one or two at a time. That should work. I'm going to shift this up just by moving my left mouse button. Now, I have my levels in here, so I want to get rid of those. I can do so by two ways. I can either double click in this view, and it will take me into my 3D view, so that I can right click on these guys and hide them and hide the entire category. Or I can go to an elevation view. When I'm in here, I can click on a level, come down, hit hide in view, and select the entire category. So now when I come back to my sheet, which is up here, or I can also, once again, shift down there and click on it. When you go to your sheet, it should have changed, but if it didn't, we can do it in there as well. So currently, if I see only the 3D view and everything else is grayed out, it means that that is currently active, and that's the only thing I can change. So I need to right click, hit deactivate view, which is going to bring me back into my sheet. So now I can move it by pressing my arrow keys up and down or my mouse. So at this point, I can see all my house plan, my dimensions, my 3D view. I have my labels all done. So you guys don't have to worry necessarily about the scale, but I could put the scale in. So if I click on this, my scale was 1 inch equals 10 feet. Let's see if it will accept 1 inch equals 10 feet. Enter. So it'll accept the scale. And that looks perfect. So now in order to get it to me, we're going to go File. And instead of sending me the actual file, you can simply send me a printout of it. So we're going to go File, Print. We're going to go select View or Sheets. Select. And in here, we created a new sheet. So it is sheet A102. You can see up here it says A102. Hit OK. Do you want to save these settings for future in case I want to print them? Yes, that is good. Now, instead of actually printing them, you guys are going to go to any option that will actually save it. So hopefully you guys have Microsoft Print to PDF. Hit that. It is going to store it. I want to choose where it's going to store it so I can find it. So I'm going to have it sent to my documents, and I'm going to call it Revit House number 2. Document save. Hit OK. When I do, it's going to pop up and say, hey, where do you want to save this? So once again, I'm going to go to my documents, house number 2, hit save. It'll be there. So if I go into my documents, there's house number 2. You can click and send that as an attachment onto your House 2 Teams account, and I will look at that and give you guys a grade. So check that out and go from